See, believe, achieve.
This is former UFC middleweight champion of the world, Michael Bisping.
Paddy the Baddy here, you're listening to Combat Sports UK.
And you're watching Combat Sports
My next
UK.
guest clearly does not get paid by the hour because he's coming off a first-round finish at UFC Vegas 60 this past weekend over Cameron VanCamp. It's Nikolas Motta joining me here on the program. Nikolas, how are you, man?
I'm good. It's a good day.
I bet. We're a couple days removed from that fight on Saturday, your first UFC victory. How does it feel, man? You got to be feeling great.
It feels great. It feels like I bought my freedom like the gladiator.
Yes. It was great. No, it's awesome to see that. Did you expect the fight to play out like that, the ending that quickly?
So I was very confident of my skills and my knockout power, but I was ready for 3 rounds because I've been preparing myself for so long, and I was prepared for everything. So I was expecting 3 rounds, but that felt good to finish with 3 minutes. That was great.
And you were one of the first fights of the night. That must have been nice too, where you could enjoy the rest of your evening, right?
Yeah, I love it, the fact that my fight would be the first fight because I'm a morning person. I wake up super early. I have a lot of energy. So fighting so early was perfect for my lifestyle.
Okay, that's great. How early do you get up? I'm just curious. I have 2 kids. Early for me is 5 in the morning. How early do you get up?
At 6, and sometimes even like because I was doing diet and fight camp, and you know how it is. Like sometimes 5:30, and I had a lot of pressure on me because I was kind of like fighting to keep my job too, because I lost my debut, and I saw so many guys getting cut after 2 losses. So I had a lot of pressure on me. I was a little bit stressed out, but I knew but I did show how mature I am right now, and I knew how to deal with the pressure, and I even did. Seems like I even do better under pressure.
Yeah, no, it was a great performance. Was there anything at all about Cameron that surprised you, or did, like I said, did the fight go how you expected?
So the only thing that I felt in the beginning was he was so tall. How I say it in English, lanky.
Yeah, you got it. Yeah,
lanky, because he's 6'2". So in the beginning, like in the straight punches exchanges, he was catching me first sometimes. So I had to adapt to him. Just like in my last fight, something I learned about the Jim Miller fight was I was studying him every fucking day. I would wake up in the morning and I would be like drinking coffee and watching Jim Miller fights. And seems like the way he won the fight against me, he did something that I never saw him doing before, because I always saw him he had like very strong his southpaw, and he always had his backhand super strong, but always this front hand wasn't that great. But with me, it was like he landed perfect. Then I think it was because he has so much experience that he knows how to adapt to the situation that is happening at that moment. So I learned it from that, and that's what I did against VanCamp. I knew how to adjust and to adapt to my opponent. Then when I figured it out and when I did adjust to him, I finished the fight just like Jim Miller did to me. So I learned it from that.
How did you celebrate after the win?
I just went to restaurants with friends, nothing crazy, and I was super calm, composed, and relaxed after the fight. So first thing I did, because when I was on the diet, I went to a Japanese restaurant with Ray Sefo, JP, and Ray Sefo kids, and I couldn't eat. I just watched it. Then the first thing I wanted to go was to the same restaurant. Then I
Nice.
went and I celebrated eating over there.
Good. I'm glad you got a good meal after the fight. That's great. And I saw
the
your
Japanese place just like a samurai.
yes. Hey, good point. That's very true. I saw so many people sharing your knockout on social media. What was the feedback like after the win? I'm sure you had a lot of fans messaging you on social media.
I remember before the day of the fight, I was at the USCPI eating lunch with Rafael Assunção, and so many people came at me, people that works at the PI, like, oh, bro, we can't wait to watch your fight. And and Rafael Assunção told me, bro, look at this, bro. It's gonna be great. Look all this positive energy that you
Yeah.
have. Then maybe that was true. And after I won my first UFC fight, so many people posting and celebrating. That felt really good. Yeah.
Good. That's awesome, man. And what about the UFC? Have you spoken to your management? They must have been very happy with your performance.
Yeah, he was really happy with my performance, and I told him that I want to fight again in around the this year. I want to fight again, or maybe January. I spoke to Dan about that.
Good. And you're based in Vegas, so it's probably easier for you to get a fight just because they can call you on short notice if they need to.
That's true, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's true. My goal is to don't get too big now, don't eat too much,
Yeah.
and I know like I've been training for so long for this fight, so maybe I shouldn't go straight back to camp right now. So I'm gonna try to relax a little bit, but at the same time, don't get fat or don't play around too much. And I want to get back soon, and I need to make some more money, right? Because I didn't get the 50 G's.
But you should have. You should have. It's just too bad you were on such a stacked card, right? So
Yeah,
yeah, it happens. How long have you lived in Vegas for? I was trying to remember.
I think around 7 months maybe. So I came in September of 2021 because I had a friend that he was doing internship at the strength and conditioning at the UFCPI, and he said, "Bro, if you come, I'm by myself. You can stay in the apartment with me." Then I came and I was using the PI, getting strong with the strength and conditioning program, and so much good food they have here and supplements. I'm eating so much protein like a bodybuilder, building some
Good.
muscles, getting stronger, fast, recovering fast. Then always I go to Brazil to spend Christmas and New Year's Eve with my family because we always did spend Christmas together since I was a kid. Then I was there, but at the same time, because in 2021 I had to pull out my fight in May against Amir Hadzovic, and I was gonna fight Jim Miller in September. Jim Miller got COVID. Then they put Cameron VanCamp. Then I was like on the way. One day before the weigh-ins, the fight got canceled. So I was very upset. Then even was December and everybody was partying and having fun in the end of the year at my hometown. I was like, no, bro, I'm going to stay focused because I didn't did my UFC debut yet, and I was like everybody partying and drinking, and I was drinking water and doing diet and training. Then my manager called me to fight. First was the car closed in May, something like that, but I say yeah, let's go. But then even I was posting on social media. Then my manager, no man, don't do that. You didn't sign a contract yet. Then he told me that he just heard that Jimmy opponent pull out the fight or got hurt or something. Was like 5 weeks out. Then and before that, André Pederneiras, because I grew up in Nova União with all those killers, Aldo, Barão, Eduardo Dantas, so many guys, and André Pederneiras, one of the best coaches in MMA history. Then he saw that I was in Brazil and he messaged me, Nicholas, Happy New Year's Eve, and if I see you in Brazil, there is some guys from Thailand here now too. They camp strong. RDA is coming too. Then I got the call to fight Jim Miller. I said that Andre, I just got a call to fight Jim Miller, and he say, oh, that's perfect because RDA is fighting at the same night. He's fighting Fiziev, and Fiziev is a striker like you, and Jim Miller is a southpaw grappler just like RDA. And I say, oh, that's perfect. And I thought that Jim Miller would try to grapple me the whole fight. So I'm like, so that's I was supposed to come to Vegas and work with Ray Sefo because I thought I was gonna fight Drakkar close. But then when Andre Pederneiras called me and say that, and I thought I was gonna fight a jiu-jitsu guy in Nova União, always been one of the best jiu-jitsu in the world, and plus RDA would be perfect to train to fight Jim Miller. So I went to Rio and I did my camp there, and I fought Jim Miller in February, and I made some mistakes. I put too much pressure on myself, and I didn't had so much. I didn't had a long time to prepare. For RDA, it was different because he has so many fights already. Me, I need to work more on technique. I still have a lot to grow. So I think that was one of the things. Then I wasn't fighting for a year too because in 2021 I didn't fall, and I think I just got caught up in the game. Like Jim Miller is a gamer. He's been now I understand that UFC is a different level, and it's not about heart and balls. It's about heart and balls, but also it's like a game. You need to fight with your brain too, and
Yeah.
seems like to me now I can see that seems like like you're playing chess.
Yeah.
So Jim Miller been playing this game for 40 fights. In 2008 was his UFC debut. In 2008 I had 15 years old. So I
That's
think
right.
that
Yeah.
I think that I think that's what made the difference. But at the same time, it was good because I learned a lot from that. And you guys could see in my last fight, I fought like a real gamer.
You mentioned Nova Unia there. Big news this week. Jose Aldo announcing his retirement. Your reaction to that?
My reaction, it's he deserved to he deserved that. He's a legend. He was an MMA genius just like Anderson Silva, and he's a legend. He haven't lost for 10 years. That was crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah,
He's
he's
amazing.
different. It's amazing, and yeah, I think that's my reaction.
Yeah.
It's a
Just
legend.
and this was a great interview, Nicholas. I really appreciate it, man. We're looking forward to the next fight. If there's anyone you want to thank, any sponsors or any social media you'd like to plug, I'll give you the last word.
I want to thank my friend Mark from New Jersey, from BCBD. He helped me a lot sometimes when I needed help. Um, yeah, that's it. I wanna thank him because he was a sponsor, and sometimes when we starting, we don't make a lot of money, and guys like that are important.